Hi there, welcome to another STAEDTLER art session with Riaan. In today's session we will be creating a collage using various projects from STAEDTLER. If you have any questions, please use the chat box below or send me an email.
Creating a collage is a lot of fun. What we are going to do today is slightly different. Instead of cutting colors and pictures from magazines, we are going to create our own cutout material. A bit of planning and forward thinking is going to help a lot. Riaan paints blue and purple on one half of the page. This blue will serve as the source of material for the sky. Mix blue and yellow to create green for the trees and plants in the scene. Don't try to make the colors even or too neat. The more you add texture and variation, the more interesting your painting will be. While waiting for the blue and green to dry, we can start creating a new page with browns, reds and yellows. Try to add lots of variations. Put the abstract painting to one side and let's get serious with some perspective drawing. It is best to have a good reference photo of your desired street scene. Riaan is using a reference image with a waterway between the buildings. Draw a horizon line and make sure it is perfectly parallel with the top of the picture. Then draw dots on the horizon to where all the vanishing lines will point to. If this is the first time drawing in perspective, it would be wise to first take a look at episode 4 in our series. Here we explain perspective in more detail. We are now going to use our abstract paintings to paint our landscape with torn pieces of paper. Make sure to use dark blue for the top part of the sky and make it lighter as you get closer to the horizon. Repeat the same process for the water. Keep it lighter closer to the horizon and darker as you get closer to the bottom. Tear the paper into thinner strips and stick them horizontally onto the artwork. Time to start working on the buildings. Start from the back and work your way to the front. Use lighter colors in the back and darker and more vibrant colors in the foreground. This will create the feeling of atmospheric depth. You can keep tearing the paper or use your STAEDTLER scissors to ease the process. Use your underdrawing to get the shapes of your buildings right. Here, your trusted STAEDTLER ruler plays a crucial role. We also need to create the reflections of the buildings in the water before we can add the sidewalks. Let's add some green to give more life to the painting. Cut a few smaller pieces to break up the shape of the treetops. Stick these small cutouts as randomly as possible. Our painting is starting to look good, but we still need to add a little more detail. Let us grab our Tri-Plus fine liners and add the final touches. Start with the dark brown pen. We will use the color black a bit later to add the darkest shades and a few outlines. Keep an eye on your reference image even if your painting is not an exact copy. It will still help you to look at what a tree looks like and how doors recess in the walls. You will also see small details like grass growing through the cracks in the pavement and broken walls. For the greens, we will use the dark green pen and add as much detail as needed. With a collage, it is all up to you to add as much or as little detail as you like. The idea is to let it make sense once you are done. If you see that parts of it are not as clear as you intended, then try and add the necessary detail. Remember to use perspective to draw all your building's elements. Add more detail in the foreground and less detail in the background. We really hope you enjoyed creating a collage with us. Please share your artwork with us on all our social media platforms. If you have any questions, please use the comment section below or send Riaan an email by pressing the email button. See you in the next art session.